Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. While there are a lot of Christmas episodes of Coronation Street coming up, we're already planning what viewers might anticipate in 2024. Many spoilers for the upcoming season have already surfaced due to recent storyline teases from show producer Ian McLeod, as well as paparazzi photos and cast interviews. With the soap opera world moving quickly, it's easy to miss a story or two, so here's our handy guide to everything we know thus far in one convenient location. And the Christmas episodes of Coronation Street, Carla Barlow's nephew Bobby makes his debut, appending the factory boss's life soon after her husband Peter's heartbreaking departure. On Wednesday, December 27th, Bobby makes his debut. However, it looks like he's here to stay in Weatherfield, since the show's executives have big plans for him starting in 2024. As a slightly more long-range tease, he's going to end up surprisingly in the center of perhaps our biggest story next year, which I can't say too much about now, said Ian McLeod, producer of Coronation Street. He plays a charming, sardonic, traditional Corey feckless man in a brilliantly traditional Coronation Street character at first, but he unexpectedly finds himself at the center of this massive story the next year. His role over the next year and beyond excites me much. On New Year's Eve, Bethany Platt makes her way back to Coronation Street, where she spends the evening with her former partner Daniel Osborne. This creates the framework for a significant love triangle in 2024, since Daniel's ex-fiancée Daisy Midgley wants to reunite with him after their breakup. Bethany's arrival very much sharpens Daisy's focus in terms of how she feels about Daniel, hinted Ian McLeod. She may have been moving away from this guy, but all of a sudden there's a romantic threat, which makes her feel differently about the whole thing. The very clever, vintage soap opera tale. All these unresolved feelings will be buried deep into the upcoming year, but like all good buried feelings, they will all resurface throughout the course of the next 12 months with a boom or two. Our last meeting, Bethany has undergone a little transformation. Many years have passed, she has matured significantly, and she has experienced the start of a prosperous journalism career in London. She reappears and becomes Daisy's enemy right away. Now, they are rather evenly matched. It's a true heavyweight battle between these two women because, although in the past Bethany may have come off as a younger lady or a girl, she's now much more of a woman and more on Daisy's level. Aside from the love triangle narrative, Bethany is the focus of one of the key storylines for 2024 on Coronation Street, Ian McLeod stated. Much like Bobby, Bethany will also find herself in the center of this huge story that we've got next year. She is therefore returning to the Daniel tale with a very specific romantic goal in mind, but she will also very soon find herself at the center of a much larger drama that will take place over the most of the following year. It's all quite exciting, given that doctors told Paul Foreman in November that he only had 6 to 12 months to live. His terrible death is most likely to come to light in 2024, and Paul's symptoms from motor neuron disease, MND, worsen. He intends to use an assisted dying plan to take charge of his own death, something he had already disclosed to Todd Grimshaw. Whether he will finally move through with this or not has not yet been confirmed by the show. Peter Ash, who plays Paul, stated in a statement earlier this year. Coronation Street producer Ian McLeod said that they had a big storyline for me and it should be a great thing to do, but unfortunately, it would mean an eventual exit. Naturally, my feelings were conflicted. I'll be sad to leave the show since I've met so many wonderful people and it's been such an awesome profession. In addition, I'm thrilled to be a part of a compelling plot that should raise awareness of MND. Paul's disease will also continue to progress quite a bit. For a longer stay, Jacqueline Leonard will return to Coronation Street to play Linda Hancock, the maternal grandmother of Joseph Brown, after a difficult period for the Winter Brown family, during which Joseph appears to be avoiding school and Gemma is falsely accused of purposefully poisoning her stepson. Linda returns, according to Ian McLeod. Linda appears as Joseph's fairy godmother. She makes the decision that she is going to make everything right and begins to pour money into the problem, which puts Chesney and Gemma in a difficult predicament because they are giving up control of Joseph's life by accepting financial assistance from Linda. These are our son's decisions, and we should be making them, they believe. That Linda is swooping in with her checkbook and saving the day doesn't feel right. Nevertheless, they also have to put Joseph's needs first as he is struggling and could need the assistance. The story is going to be a long runner for us, he continued. The hint I might offer you, I think, is that we are drawing inspiration from the incredibly original story performed by Ken Barlo. That being said, the events that follow are inspired by events that occurred in 1960, and Linda's presence serves as the catalyst for them all. In the first episode of 2024, Kieran Griffiths returns to the character of Damon Hay. The bad boy makes a triumphant comeback, hatching a daring plot to abduct Adam Barlo in order to exact revenge. When Damon decides to win back Adam's estranged wife Sarah, he is compelled to abandon his vicious tactics. This makes it possible for Adam to turn evil and contact Harvey Gaskell, Damon's imprisoned half-brother. For assistance, Ian McLeod issued a warning, saying, as Damon calms down, Adam is moving away from Damon and intends to get rid of Damon. He's also not a big admirer of Damon, so we'll see him pay Harvey, Damon's half-brother, a little visit. They may band together in an awful way. They believe they can support one another in this area because they have Damon as a common problem. Even though youngster Liam Connor faces more difficult times in 2024, the show's executives have assured viewers that he will eventually have a happy ending. Mason Radcliffe, a classmate, is currently bullying Liam and has threatened him with a knife. Want it to include some good messaging as well, Ian McLeod reassured us. As a result, those who are poorest off will come out ahead because they will ask for and get aid when they need it, setting them up for future success. An extensive examination of bullying and adolescent mental health comes first, though. I'm quite proud of us if we succeed in getting it as good as it appears we will. When Amy Barlo attempted to exact retribution on a predator who was tampering women's drinks at a nearby club, Adi Allahan filled in for her. The executives of the show had already stated that this would be the start of a shift in Adi and Amy's relationship, which is further developed in 2024. This story is a really significant staging post in our ongoing fostering of this closeness between Adi and Amy, stated Ian McLeod in a speech given in October. They are best friends who will always support one another no matter what. We hope to tell a really, incredibly long-range love story with them. The audience will be greatly engaged by it. It's no secret that following Daisy Midgley's extreme attempts to decipher Stephen Reed's computer passwords and obtain access to the stolen underworld money, the Rovers Return reopens on New Year's Eve. Locals in Weatherfield rejoice as the Rovers rises from the grave, but will Daisy come to regret what she did? The interesting thing is that the circumstances surrounding its reopening are all connected to Stephen's legacy, stated Ian McLeod. Get the keys to the pub and reopen it. Someone will, at best, commit a mischievous act and, at worst, commit a minor crime. As a result, it will reopen, albeit this time on the somewhat dubious basis of a criminal act. Well, okay, so the pub is open, but what disaster will befall the person that's allowed that to happen? Because it's all based on this misdeed that they've committed, is probably what viewers will be asking. We're not ready for it to simply reopen as if nothing had happened. We intended for it to reveal a type of hidden bomb beneath it, which we plan to detonate in 2024. Michael Fadigun debuted in the Christmas episodes of Coronation Street as Paul Foreman's new personal assistant, Moses. When Todd first meets Moses, he is instantly enamored, and in January 2024, their relationship will be further examined. Ian McLeod informed us that Todd has a dalliance, but it happens at a very unfortunate moment. Furthermore, given the circumstances Todd meets them in, the individual with whom he has a relationship is probably not the best choice. It's really a little test drive for him and this guy right now. Although it's not particularly long-running, we reasoned that if we like what we see, it might eventually become so. During the Christmas season, Stu Carpenter makes a painful admission. He acknowledges that he bought Eliza Woodrow's father Dom's permanent absence. The consequences of this choice will be felt until 2024. The show has already stated, Ian McLeod commented, Christmas will be upsetting for that family, in a way that will trigger something a bit bigger as we head into the early new year and spring. Jude Reardon and Alex Bain, who play Sam Blakeman and Simon Barlow, were recently seen filming a scene for an impending car collision narrative. While Sam is being driven to school by Simon, he gets into an accident. they both escape unharmed, but Simon seems terrified as he exits the car holding an enigmatic brown packet early in the new year. More details regarding the plot will be disclosed. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our channel Street Gossip for more update news.